Hi, first grade. All right, today we're going to continue working on tally graphs. Before we do that, I wanted to do a quick review with you just to go over counting those tally graphs. So if I look here and I notice I don't have that slash, then I know we're counting by one. So let's count it together. We're just going to do a total for each of these four just to review counting so that when you look at the next graph, you'll remember. So let's look at this one. If we count, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know right away that it's going to be 4. Now this one, I noticed that I have slashes twice. So when I think about that, I want you to think about our counting strategies. So if I know these are groups of 5, I know you can count by 5s. So if we count that, we're going to go 5, 10, and then we can just write the 10. So instead of counting each of the tallies, try to use your strategies to do it. For this one, I know that this right here is 5, but then we're going to count on and go 5, 6, 7. And then again, for this one, we want to count by 5s first. So we go 5, 10, and then count on that extra. So we get 11. So just remember that you want to practice doing that when you're doing your math page. All right, today we're going to open to page 602. So let's open our books to page 602. I am going to put it right up here. And we're going to look at the graph at the top. Again, we have a tally graph. So we're going to look at that tally graph. I'm going to kind of zoom in so that you can see that a bit more. You may not always see as much of my face, but that's okay. The more important thing to see is going to be our math page. Sorry, we're going to move it up just so that we can see all of the questions. Okay, so sorry, friends. I'm going to kind of take myself out of it, but let's look at our tally graph. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you want to do your totals over here. So we practice doing it. Remember when you're counting just by ones, and remember when you're counting by 5s. So at the end here, you just want to write your total. Now next, you're going to use words to write on these lines. So if I look, I can see those words right at the top. So I'm going to use a blue crayon just to show you where they are. It says complete each sentence about the tally chart and write greater than, less than, or equal to. So you have your words right up here. Use those when you're trying to spell it. So we're going to read each sentence. Number 10 says the number of tallies for summer is blank the number of tallies for winter. So you're going to compare on your tally graph. Remember, you have your totals right over here, so you can look for if the number is higher for summer than winter, we know it's greater than. If that number is lower, we know it's less than. And if those two numbers are the same, we know it's equal to. So on that line, I want you to write, is the number of tallies for summer greater than, less than, or equal to the number of tallies for winter? Number 11. The number of tallies for winter is blank the number of tallies for fall. So this time you're going to compare winter, so this tally set, and fall, this tally set. So if I look at those two sets, do I notice that winter is greater than fall, winter is less than fall, or winter is equal to fall? Remember, check your numbers. Are they higher, equal, or less for winter? On that line, you're going to write greater than, less than, or equal to. Number 12. Again, we're looking at the same thing. The number of tallies for fall is blank the number of tallies for summer. So this time we're going to compare summer and fall. We're going to look at fall first and say, is fall greater than summer? Is fall less than summer, or is fall equal to summer? So on this line, you're going to write less than, or greater than, less than, or equal to. Number 13 says the number of tallies for sun is blank the number of tallies for both winter and fall. So for that one, when you're doing it, I want you to make a math problem for that. So you're going to have summer is one part, right? And you want to compare it. So you're going to see, is it greater than, less than, or equal to? And you need to add two things. So for that one, you want to add your leaf for the fall and your snowflake. Okay, so you want to do two math problems. Sorry, my art is not great, but you want to do the math problem here. So adding the two, adding the winter and the fall, is that going to be bigger than all of summer? Are those two numbers added together going to be greater than what we got for summer? And then next, we want to add them all together. So it's almost like doing a 3-part addition problem. You're going to say this number plus this number plus this number. So if I add all 3 numbers, and you know how to do 3 add-on math, what am I going to get? If we look at the tallies, we could look and see if any of those equal it. So if I add them all together, do I get 5, 6, 7, 8 all together? 5, 10 all together? 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 together? Or 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 all together? So how much is that all together for all of the tallies on that graph? All right, we're going to turn to page 603, and now we're going to do practice and homework, okay?